Okay, so I'm sitting here trying to process everything that just went down and I still can't even believe it. I mean, we're talking about a friendship that was basically a dare, guys. A dare from my best friend Priya. So, let me take you back to when we were all in high school. Wade and I were always the goofy ones, trying to make each other laugh and have the best time. We'd hang out at lunch, go on road trips, do everything together. And then there was Erin, Priya's girlfriend at the time. Now, Erin was a total sweetheart, but she and Priya had this, let's call it a complicated history. I don't know all the details, but from what I gathered, they'd been friends since childhood, but things started to get weird when Erin showed up on the scene. Anyway, one day we're at school, right? And Priya comes to Wade and me and says, "Hey guys, wanna do a dare with me?" And we're like, sure, why not? I mean, it's not every day you hear someone suggest doing something crazy just for fun. So Priya proposes this dare: if Erin doesn't say no, then she'll be my friend forever. I know it sounds ridiculous now, but at the time, we were all just trying to have a good time. And Erin agrees, and everything seems fine, right? But what we didn't realize was that Priya had an ulterior motive. She really wanted us to do this dare because, well, I'm not even joking, it's complicated. Apparently, Priya and Erin had gotten into some kind of drama, and Priya saw this as her chance to get back at Erin by using me and Wade as pawns. It's twisted, right? I mean, we're talking about a friendship that was basically fabricated for the sake of revenge. So, we do the dare. It's something stupid like, do 10 jumping jacks in front of the whole school or something equally embarrassing. And Erin agrees, and everyone's laughing, having a good time, but I'm starting to get this feeling that there's more to it than meets the eye. I brush it off at first, thinking maybe Priya was just joking around. But then, over the years, I start noticing little things. Priya would always make sure to sit next to Erin during lunch, or she'd accidentally bump into her in the hallway, and I'm starting to think that there's more to this friendship than I initially thought. I try to talk to Priya about it, but she just brushes me off. Says I'm being paranoid, that we're all just friends because we are. But something doesn't add up. And now, with everything that's happened recently, I don't know what to believe anymore. I look over at my phone, and I see a text from Priya. It says, "Hey girl," with no context or explanation. I'm not even sure if she's trying to be friendly or just manipulating me again. And then there's Erin's response. It says, "What's going on? Has she found out too? Is this some kind of master plan?" I take a deep breath, and my mind starts racing with questions. What does Priya really want from me? Does Erin even know about the dare? What's next in this game? I'm not sure what to do or where to turn. All I know is that I have to get to the bottom of this before it's too late. And just as I'm about to take a step forward, my phone buzzes with an incoming call. It's Priya's number, and I know exactly who she's calling. I hesitate for a moment, wondering if I should answer or let the call go to voicemail. But something tells me I need to know what Priya wants, so I take a deep breath and pick up. "Hey," I say, trying to sound casual despite my racing heart. There's a pause on the other end of the line, and for a moment, I wonder if she's going to hang up. But then she speaks up, her voice low and smooth as silk. "I think we need to talk in person," she says, not beating around the bush. I'm taken aback by her directness, but a part of me is relieved that she's finally willing to be honest with me. "What's going on, Priya?" I ask, trying to keep my tone neutral. There's another pause before she speaks up again. "You know how we met, right? Wade said it was the most epic dare ever." I feel a surge of anger and betrayal at her words. Wade, who I thought was one of my closest friends, had actually been responsible for setting me up on this dare with Priya all along. What does that have to do with anything? I ask, trying to keep my cool. Priya sighs, and I can almost hear the frustration in her voice. It has everything to do with it. We were both just trying to prove a point, you know. Wade's always been a bit of a jokester, but sometimes he takes things too far. I'm not sure what to make of Priya's words. Part of me wants to believe that she's telling the truth, that they were just two friends who got caught up in a silly game. But another part of me knows better. I know that there's more going on here, something deeper and more complicated. "Go on," I say finally, my curiosity getting the better of me. Priya takes a deep breath before speaking up again. "We were both trying to prove that we're not afraid of you. You see, Wade had been pushing your buttons lately. And we thought it would be funny to set you up with Erin. I feel like I've been punched in the gut. Erin, my other closest friend. How could they do this to me? What's going on?" I demand, trying to keep my voice from shaking. Priya hesitates before speaking up again. "We don't know what Wade told you about us, but we need to talk about it." Suddenly, the line goes dead, and I'm left staring at my phone in shock. What do Priya and Erin want from me now? And why did they feel the need to go behind my back? I sit there for a few moments, trying to process what Priya just told me. A dare. That's how our friendship started. It feels like a punch in the face, but at the same time, I'm curious about what really happened between Wade and Erin. As the minutes tick by, my mind starts racing with questions and emotions. Why would they do something like that to me? Don't they know how much we've been through together? I try to shake off the feeling of betrayal, but it's hard to ignore. I pick up my phone again, this time dialing Priya's number instead of Aaron's. She answers on the first ring, sounding nervous and apologetic. Hey, can we talk? I ask her, trying to keep my tone even. Priya hesitates before speaking up. Yeah, of course. What do you want to know? I take a deep breath before asking, what really happened between Wade and Aaron? Why did they decide to play this game with us? There's a pause on the other end of the line, and for a moment, I wonder if Priya is going to deny everything. Then she speaks up, her voice barely above a whisper. Wade and Aaron have been close for a long time. They've been friends since college, and over the years, their friendship has evolved into something more. My heart skips a beat as I process this information. Wade and Aaron? As in, they're dating? Wade's been trying to keep it a secret from us, Priya continues, but we found out last week that they've been seeing each other behind our backs. I feel like I'm living in a bad movie or something. How could Priya not tell me about this? Don't we have each other's backs? Wade feels guilty and ashamed, Priya adds, trying to defend her friend. He didn't mean to hurt you, but he also doesn't know how to handle his feelings for Aaron. I'm torn between anger and sadness right now. I don't know what to feel or do. Priya tries to break the silence, hoping that maybe it'll ease some of my emotions. Hey, we're here for you. We want to help you through this. Can we talk about what's next? But before she can say anything else, Aaron calls in with her own message. I glance at Priya, and she nods silently. Hi, Aaron says, her voice smooth as silk. I wanted to call you because Wade asked me to. He said we need to have a conversation about everything. My eyes lock onto Priya's, and I can see the panic in them. What do they want from me now? And what exactly are they going to talk about with Aaron? Okay, I say finally, my voice barely above a whisper. I'm listening. I listen as Aaron explains that Wade needs to fill her in on everything, our friendship, the dare, and all the subsequent events that have led us to this point. Priya's eyes dart between me and Aaron, like she's searching for an escape route or a way to intervene. According to Aaron, Wade told her about how I was chosen as the target of the dare, and how we've been friends ever since. But now, with my feelings for Aaron growing stronger by the day, I'm starting to question everything. Aaron seems amused by it all, like she's enjoying some private joke that I'm not privy to. I want you to know that Wade was only trying to have a little fun, Aaron says, her voice dripping with sarcasm. He didn't mean for things to get this complicated. I feel a surge of anger at Aaron's words. How can she be so cavalier about the situation? Doesn't she see how much I'm hurting here? Priya tries to intervene again, but Aaron talks over her. Priya says we should just talk about it and clear the air, Aaron continues. We all need closure, don't we? Closure. Is that what this is? A way for Aaron to absolve herself of any responsibility for my feelings? I'm not sure if I can stomach the conversation anymore. Aaron, I need some time to process everything, I say finally, trying to keep my voice steady. Can you give me a day or two? There's a pause on the other end of the line, and for a moment, I wonder if Aaron is even listening. But then she responds, her tone softening ever so slightly. Okay, Wade. We'll talk in 2 days. But in the meantime. I feel a chill run down my spine as Aaron's words hang in the air, like a threat or a promise I'm not sure I want to fulfill. Aaron pauses again, and I can almost hear her taking a deep breath on the other end of the line. Meet me at the park where we first met, she says finally, her voice barely above a whisper. Just the two of us. We need to talk. I'm taken aback by the simplicity of the request, but also by its directness. There's no beating around the bush or dodging the issue, Aaron is coming clean, and I'm expected to receive it like an ultimatum. Okay, I say, trying to sound calmer than I feel. I'll meet you at the park in 2 days. Aaron nods on the other end of the line, though I know she's not actually seeing me do so. There's a pause again, and then she says, her voice laced with apology. Wade, I'm sorry. I was wrong to ever lead you to believe that our friendship meant anything more than it did. I'm stunned into silence by Aaron's words, unsure of how to respond. Part of me wants to scream at her for the pain she's caused me, while another part of me just feels numb and defeated. As we hang up the phone, I can feel my world crashing around me. Everything that had seemed so certain, our friendship, my feelings for Aaron, has been turned on its head. And now, it's time to confront the truth. I show up at the park in 2 days, feeling like a stranger in my own skin. Aaron is already there, sitting on a bench and staring out at the lake. She looks different when she turns to face me, older, wiser, and somehow more vulnerable than I ever could have imagined. I know I was wrong to tell you that we were friends because of a dare, Aaron says, her voice barely above a whisper. But what I don't know is why my friend chose to play along with it all those years ago. I take a deep breath and try to process everything in one go. It's not easy, but as I look into Aaron's eyes, I see something there that gives me hope. Maybe this isn't the end of our story after all. Maybe it's just the beginning, of closure, forgiveness, and maybe even redemption. As I stand there on the park bench, feeling the wind in my hair and the sun on my face, I wonder what Erin would do if she were in my shoes. Would she have the courage to confront her friend? Or would she take the easy way out? And honestly, I still think about it.